الفقراء والمعدمون بالنسبة إلينا مجرد أصوات في الصندوق، لا تعني كثيرا، هي والعدم سواء. وفي حال اعتقادهم أن لأصواتهم قيمة حقيقية، فإن عصا القمع جاهزة ومستعدة. سنمنعهم أن يروا الصورة كاملة أو حتى أن يلموا بتفاصيلها، وسنظل نحن نعمل كما نحب في الظل. هذه هي الخطوة الأولى كي تصبح فردا من جماعتنا، أن تكون ديكتاتورا. مرحبا بك في نادي الكليبتوقراط.
بسم الله العظيم المحافظ مخلصا على النظام الجمهوري،
وأن أحترم دستور البلاد، وأن أرعى مصالح الأمة.
التمركز حول حكم الفرد، والحد من المشاركة السياسية والديمقراطية، وتغييب المؤسسات تشكل جميعها أساس الديكتاتورية.
I have noticed a pattern, and that pattern very often involves countries where you have weak democracy or weakened democracy, weakened by, for example, dictatorship or the undermining of civil society, the undermining of a free press. The free press is a very powerful antidote to kleptocracy, where you have a very narrow elite class see their interests as being aligned with the interests of a powerful leader.
Someone who is a dictator, who comes in possibly as part of a military coup, who takes over and finds themselves in a position of temptingly powerful control of their country. The temptation is overwhelming for someone who is so powerful, surrounded, of course, by whispering tempters, to start to abuse the power. Surely I deserve something. I'm so important. I work all day. The people, they need me. Surely I should have a palace. Surely I should have my own plane. And it evolves and it becomes a trap.
Central Asia can offer you a whole variety of kleptocracies. If we start from the country called Turkmenistan, which is one of the largest gas hotbed in the world, it's a small country, population of about 5 million people, otherwise known as the North Korea of Central Asia. That is pure dictatorship. The problem with this guy called Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov is he's young. And being young and being a dictator is always a huge problem, because you always wait for this dictator to die or to be killed. Otherwise, they never leave. So Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov actually decided that there should be no elections in the country. It's a pure waste of time. So there are no elections. To give you another example of dictatorship in Central Asia is the country where I'm coming from, Uzbekistan. The country was operated mainly by the National Security Service, which you understand in countries like this, kleptocrats and dictators do rely on the Secret Service. The Secret Service becomes the most important and the most influential part of the governance, infiltrates everywhere, has enormous amount of informants, and ultimately becomes a state within a state.
حجر زاوية الكليبتوقراطية هو وجود الديكتاتورية، فكل حاكم كليبتوقراطي هو بالضرورة ديكتاتور.
I think kleptocracy goes hand in hand with autocracy, with oppression, because if you are a crook running the government, stealing from the people, you are immediately having to take firm action to protect your position. You can't afford actually to give up power. If you have been plundering and stealing and breaking the law, it makes it very difficult actually to then step on, to move away from power.
Of course, kleptocracy doesn't supposed to be a democracy, and therefore there are no free elections. The election results are falsified and there's no transparency. And normally during these elections, either the ruling party wins or the kleptocrat, i.e. the president, is re-elected over and over and over again.
لكل بلد خصوصيته، ففي بعض الأحيان يتحور مفهوم الديكتاتورية ليتشكل مفهوم آخر، هو ديكتاتورية الطوائف، إذ تسيطر طائفة معينة دون غيرها على مفصل هام من مفاصل الحكم، أو تتقاسم مجموعة من الطوائف السيطرة على مقدرات الدولة، كما هو الحال في لبنان.
خلينا نقول أنه بلبنان يجوز لنا أن نصفه على أنه كليبتوقراط، لأنه بالنتيجة المحصلة عنا هي نتيجة حكم اللصوص. ولكن إذا بدنا نرجع لنحلله بنيويا للنظام، خلينا نقول أنه هو نظام قائم على تحالف ما بين الأوليغارشيا والميليشيات. بعد انتهاء الحرب الأهلية كان في ميليشيات موجودة بالبلد. هذه الميليشيات قامت بالتحالف مع الأوليغارشيا المالية، سواء يلي كانت عم تتشكل أو المشكلة كانت، وركبوا هيدا التحالف يلي عم نشوف نواته هلأ بالبلد بشكل الأزمة الموجودة حالياً.
سرعان ما تبدأ طبقة جديدة في التشكل داخل الأنظمة الكليبتوقراطية، وهي الأقلية الحاكمة أو الأوليغارشيا.
Oligarchy is a group of people who have control over the country or organization. So these people sometimes can be connected by blood, like be relatives. In most circumstances, oligarchs are people who are associated with certain political force, and they are the driving force. This group of people has unlimited access to the country's natural resources, industries, everything else. It's unlimited access to enrich mainly themselves.
When you look at the way that so many kleptocrats across the world have operated, it's quite clear they are quite sociopathic. They really have no interest in human rights. They have no interest in social justice. They really are all about themselves. It's almost like they're ill. And the result of this is that they see themselves as being totally outside of any framework of either national law or international law.
انت اخر شيء بتيجي الجماهير او بيجي الجمهور يسائل لما يصير في ازمه غذاء او ازمه وقود او ازمه دواء، فبكل بساطه هذه الاحزاب تطلع بتقول وين الدوله، على اعتبار انه مش هن يلي سامحين في جهات بعينها تحتكر استيراد الدواء او تحتكر استيراد الغذاء وتتحكم برقاب العباد بهذا الشكل. فهذا الشكل من الديمقراطيه التوافقيه، مطرح ما الطوائف تتقاسم المصادر على طريقة كأنها حصص، بيسمح لها أيضا تتنصل من مسؤوليتها لما توقع المشكلة.
In general, kleptocracies are not interested in well-being of the grassroots, of the general public who they have to take care of. So you have healthcare issues, there are no hospitals, education is going down. Why? Because kleptocrats do not want educated people. They don't want people to be an independent and critical thinkers. So therefore, they cut down money on education. As a result, you have people who are barely, can write and read. On top of everything, there is no political debate.
In kleptocracies, the normal mechanisms that prevent corruption from becoming a norm, whether that be law enforcement, whether that be the judiciary, whether that be legislative oversight, civil society, a free press, those mechanisms are highly constrained and even co-opted in many cases by kleptocrats as they rise to power.
أن تكون ديكتاتورا خطوة أساسية على الطريق، ولكنها لن تمنحك كل شيء. تتبقى خطوة إضافية، هي السيطرة على كل موارد الدولة، وأن تبقى جميعها تحت تصرفك حصرا. أما السبب وكيفية فعل ذلك فهذا ما أنت على وشك اكتشافه.